Hello, good afternoon, everybody. It is currently 1:15 p.m. and we're going to be live for the New York Open. And we will try and see if there's any opportunities we can spot. I finally got my microphone working, my original one. It's not that much different from what I was using earlier, but it is better. So, just to recap, yesterday we went over a potential trade opportunity, which was, I believe, a sell on G8. Where is that? Low key, is that microphone better or no? Low key. Anyway, yeah, this is the cell. You can see, oh, this is GU, sorry. Was it GU? Pretty sure it was GA. Anyway, market for GU went down. Let's come back up a little bit. Interesting though, it was moving cleanly here, and now we're not clean. Why? So we're gonna find out why. Then we do have news. Let me refresh this. We have CAD news at 1:30. Okay, so we're going to focus on CAD to start with. CAD news is expected to be around neutral slash positive, maybe. So the sell opportunities will make sense. Let me just quickly analyze this since that's news is happening in 13 minutes. So daily time frame, you can see we're bullish. We are yet to have a correction. We have filled this weekly imbalance here. On the daily time frame, we did have an imbalance from this close to this open, but price filled it already. We then have equal, not really equal highs. Not equal highs. But in terms of bullishness, there's not really many. I'm trying to look for targets. We have this. We filled most of it. There's a tiny bit of imbalance over here. Equal lows around about here. I'll go to the hourly time frame. The hourly time frame, we had the shift. I believe that this was not going to go down. I was looking for a sweep of some equal lows down here and then a push, market shot the shift to the upside. We didn't get that, but it was wrong anyway because price ended up pushing to the downside. So what do we have here? We have a failed high, we have a swing low, taking off that swing low. Once we took that, we came up a little bit to retest kind of that area, and then we displaced downwards, taking out all of this liquidity and these equal lows down here, sweeping all of that. As a result, we've left some imbalances on our way down, and we've also started to look like we were retracing upwards. So the hourly time frame consists of an imbalance here. An imbalance here. We're going to just draw everything and then we'll filter out what we don't need later. We then have an order block here. Equal highs over here. So I'm actually bullish because there's so much imbalances upwards. When we look at the daily time frame, we're also bullish. Like there isn't many. I mean, there's technically strong equal lows right here, actually. Oh, no, there is strong equal lows on the daily time frame over here. So it is possible that we have a pullback to sweep these lows over here. But I am bullish overall. It's just that in the short term, I'm bearish because we did have the market shift to the downside. The daily time frame, we are bullish. It is plausible to have a pullback. This is the only bullish candle stick within this whole bullish run. bearish run rather, and we have closed above it, swept above it, and that could be used to go down. I don't know how strong that is. Let's look at the fib. This extreme to this extreme, we are in a premium around about this order blockish area. I don't know if that will actually be classified as an order block per se, but we are above equilibrium. So we did sweep sell side. Pretty much filled most of this fair value up here. From this extreme to this extreme, we're in a discount. Let's look at time now. There's generally plausibility for both bullishness and bearishness. On the larger time frames, not sure. I'll need an event to happen on this hourly time frame. Maybe for price to pull back into this kind of premium area over here. Let me have a look at DXY. Still consolidating. Surely we're bearish on the dollar. do you think bearishness makes sense? We have these equal lows on the daily time frame, which will probably be the target for institutions. We just had the first market short shift to the downside. This would have been good if it was a sweep and then a displace towards the upside. Then I would know, okay, this downward move is more so just a liquidity grab. But this could actually be a market short shift, because not only do we have a market short shift in the sense that we took out these swing lows, we also have displacement thoroughly throughout. We then have a weak rejection or reach weak pullback. Bullish power is not strong enough to warrant that just being a false move. Then we have the timing of the move. It came around this kind of bullish, almost bullish order block around here at this 7.5, 7.9 level on the daily time frame, from the extreme up here to the trough down here, or the extreme down there. We have midnight open, we're rallying up, which would be a part of the idea of the manipulation, and I believe that can continue up into this key area from market open, which is in 4 minutes. And of course, news will be able to use that or usually able to use that liquidity volume, to then target liquidity up here. And an hourly event would be the pullback into these key areas, which I would expect price to then move to the downside, targeting these daily lows. The reason why I'm focusing on a lot on this pair is because it has news, which means that it would have a lot of potential for manipulation, which is a key factor for us when trading our pairs. So if we look on GA, GBP AUD, we are overall bearish here. On the daily time frame, you show me this, I'm saying we're bearish. Let me see from okay, so we're taking some sell sides over here. I expect price to get into this fair value gap. Now, how it reacts to this, I'm not too sure. Let's keep going down. So reacts from it, I'm not sure. I'll say medium because I don't know what's gonna happen. Here, I was expecting price to take liquidity up here and then go down. I think this was from yesterday. Yeah, it came up, didn't take liquidity though, and I am bearish for sure. I'm bearish overall, but I'll be buying. I could have been buying up to this liquidity and this imbalance here. So it's potential that price goes up into the fair value gap before it comes back down. But I would be bearish, but again, looking for an event to happen on an hourly time frame. So something like this would be something I would be looking for. GU on the daily time frame. We're in a discount. I'll be bearish. Guess the equal signs over here. Maybe we're looking for an event again. Something like this. Oh, wow. It's been a while since I've seen price move like this. For any pair, really. Well, what would be the target? I guess these equal lows down here. It's such clean delivery, man. Okay, let's see if we can see any scalping opportunity. So we expect a pullback. We have an imbalance over here. So price was come up to around here. They're like 8.5. Something like this. Why? Because this would just be a pullback into the optimal trade entry area. And you'll also notice that this fair value gap, the reason I put the entry at the top of it is because that's the bullish order, bearish order block. All right, so I expect order flow institutions to enter at around this mark again. And of course, that would obviously require a pullback. So this is kind of what I'll be looking for. Just to go with the trend. And that would be of high interest, I guess. G will say medium. GBP, JPY. I think I want to leave alone. So with that being said, we're gonna wait now. Oh, let's wait. It's already time. What was the news like? It was bearish news for CAD. So that bullishness, manipulation, I expect to go into play. If I was not smart, I would be entering this, buying it to maybe here. Again, that's not smart, but it's what I expect. So this A30 rally upwards, I'm classifying as a Judas swing. And oops. I'll be looking to sell this. It's actually interesting how I see this bullishness and I'm more interested in a sell than I am anything else. But we'll need it to come up to one of our key areas of entry. And then, of course, on lower time frame, we'll then be expecting for price to make the move to the downside. So that means we go to a small time frame, look for the market short to shift, and then we can go from there. All right, so literally what we're looking for is just that. So this one's far away. I'm gonna set alerts for these so I don't have to come back. Fourth. Set that around equilibrium. We can actually just monitor this one. Medium interest, what was that? Sorry, I just texted my friend. This is good because it means that we're getting a reverse or a reversal. What's it called again? When price, bruh, correction, a pullback. Lord have mercy. Getting key terminology. Right. So this doesn't look like it slowed down. So it could even reach as far as 705. I'll be honest, this is just a waiting game. I'm just trying to. I wanted to enter it live, but honestly, like, could happen anytime. Yeah, this open. Just run arrow for those that come in and don't understand what I'm waiting for. Can you guys hear this? You can't. Okay, I'm playing chess. That's why I was asking. This one looks like it's going to be closer to. This isn't all the block because that is the displacement. Oh wait. It's like half a displacement. I don't like it. I'm gonna know that as an elder block. We're gonna use that imbalance here. Low key. No, that's a bit too light. So the way we would know is we need like a displacement downwards, taking out one of these kind of like swing lows. And we'll know that, okay, that means that that's how we differentiate between whether this is the zone or this is the zone we're using. Or you could just aim for low hanging fruit. But the only problem with that is you then have to account for this being your stop loss. Albeit that, yes, sure, our target's down here at 264, which isn't that bad, but that's too heavy for me to willingly want to get in. So I'd rather get a snap entry, which is just going down to a smaller time frame and then waiting for another confirmation, which is basically the model repeating itself. You see how even I predicted it to go up, I didn't buy that. I'm not at that level yet where I can just predict the price is going to go and comfortably enter that as a trade in setup. That is my future goal in my journey of becoming the best trader in the world. But for now, I stick to what is going to work and what I believe works and what I fully understand. See if we get displacement from here. Okay, this is just a watching game, so I'm going to probably end stream here. What I'm waiting for is for prices to rally up. It's currently in the area of which I expect it to drop from. It potentially could come up to the 385,185 level and sweep it. I don't expect it to do that, but I believe that is a possibility. I don't really want to enter the markets as a sell from up here personally. But what I am looking for, which is the most important rather than exactly where it happens, because we're now in that zone, I'm looking for price to break a swing low, such as this, with a market structure shift. So that is a displacing factor. But surprised to displace, taking out one of these swing lows. Once it takes out a swing low, I didn't expect it to create and have a pullback to my entries. So for example, if perhaps was to reverse from here, it should come all the way down here, taking out all these lows, most importantly this one, and then I wanted to displace in doing that. And then I'll expect it to have a pullback into a fair value gap within a optimal trade entry to then enter the sell, targeting this, and my stop loss will be according, or my entry model will be according to this time frame. Essentially, I'm basically looking for what the 1 hour is doing, which is it's displaced downwards, taking out these lows, retracing back into optimal trade entry, and I'm expecting that to happen again on a smaller time frame to then give my entry model. So the bias, my entry model, my sniper entry model, all kind of the same thing. My bias is caused by the fact that we took out this low over here, we retraced it to a displacement, so I'm bearish from that displacement, or that imbalance rather. Then I go to a small time frame, I see the event occurring, and the hourly time frame is the event opportunity, I call it, where I look for the event to occur so that I can look for opportunities on a small time frame. So that 1 hour we look for imbalances, equal highs, equal lows, fair value gaps, all that type of stuff. And we're at what one now. So because we're at an event opportunity, I can then scale in to a small time frame and look for the entry model, which is now that we're at an area of where I'm expecting this event to happen, opportunity to happen, my entry model kicks in. And my entry model is just simply rules. Okay. What is that? Whatever time frame it may be, I expect to take another swing low, the market start to shift it with the displacement. And after that, a retracement into a premium of the dealing range for the move that caused the market to shift or displacing move or change of character. Then I would have my entry at the lowest hanging fruit in terms of the lower bound of the fair value gap, and then my stop loss above the first contributing candle to the fair value gap, or obviously in this case it's a sell, so it's above, otherwise it's buy below. That's my posture. That's what I'm looking for, and that means that if you are watching, you could potentially look to do that on your own demo account. Yeah, and this is just me practicing, not financial advice. Thank you guys for watching. We could potentially have it here, like I showed you, but I'm just gonna be watching this on one screen, playing games on another screen, and then I'll wait for it to happen. But I appreciate you guys. It's been your boy CJIC, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.